Alright, so this is a video on how to use the camera on your Chromebook if you don't know how to do that yet. It's super simple. The reason we would do this is if you wanted to take a picture of yourself or somebody else to use as a picture for one of your projects. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to boot up your Chromebook, and then right over here you've got this little retina display type thing. It's a circle. It's called the launcher, but it's got a circle inside of a circle. You're just gonna press that, and then you're gonna look for in your apps the one that says camera. If it's not up here, you're just gonna press all apps, and it'll come up here. You just press camera, and there it is. There's me looking right at you, talking. Okay. So obviously you would take a picture by pressing the red button right here. So I would recommend anything that you're going to do, you're probably going to need a black and white picture for. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to just take a black and white picture. So here we go. I'm going to put this right ready and get my face nice and ready. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. All right. Here we go. There you go, there's my picture. So it's saved it now, right over here. And you can see I've tried it before, so there is the picture I'm gonna want. Just click on that and it comes right up. Okay, so now that is how to take a picture. Now that you've got the picture, you're going to need to save it to your Google Drive so that you can get it later. So what you do is you just move and this little hidden menu will come up. And you could print it, which I don't recommend doing because if we're going to use it for a picture, we're probably going to want to crop it and maybe fix some of the lighting on it. So right over here, you're going to push Save to Disk. And you've got a bunch of options here. You're just going to save it to your Google Drive, okay? And then it says My Drive here, and you're just going to click. I would actually change the title of it so you can easily find it if you have a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to put Selfie 1, and I'm going to press Save. And that should have saved my picture. So once you take it, you're going to go over here and you're going to save it to the disk. So now what you've done is you have opened your image with Pixlr, and I'm going to now show you the two ways that you can crop a picture. Now you have to understand that you're going to be printing this out onto a piece of computer paper, which is 8 by 10. Now the problem is if you look down here, it's in pixels. It's going to stay in pixels. There's nothing you can really do about that. So you kind of just have to guess on what exactly the pixels would look like. Okay. Well, now what you're going to do is right over here you've got. Do you see the two? It looks like an upside down L and then a regular L. And if you hover over it, it says the crop tool. You're going to click on that one. And you're going to come over here and you're going to go to where you want the top of your image to be. So let's say I want it right here. And then you're going to hold down the mouse pad and move it with your finger until you get to a size that you want. So if I do that and I let go, all right, and it's going to crop it right there. So then I just click enter and it crops it. So that is one way to crop your picture, all right? And I'm going to crop this again and we're going to save it. So I'm going to go again right up here to my little crop. I'm going to go to where I want it to go. So now I've got my image. Now you can just save this one. But if you're going to use this for any of the pictures where you're going to need to make it more contrasty so that you can see the dark lights and grays, you're going to have to do something to it. But if you just want to take a picture of yourself right now, you're done. So I'm going to show you how to save this. So you go up and you go File, Save, and it's going to give you a bunch of options. It'll say My Computer, Pixel Library, or your Google Drive. You're going to want to save it to your Google Drive. So I'm going to call this Selfie 1.1, and I'm going to press OK. Then it is now saving it to my Google Drive. So if that's all you wanted to do, you just wanted to save it to your Google Drive, you're done. You could stop this video. If not, go on to the next video where I show you how to adjust the contrast levels. If you're watching this video, this is going to be about how to adjust the contrast levels on your picture so that you can get the dark lights and gray images and trace them better for a project. You're going to want to do this one if you're doing like the realistic portrait or the warm and cool color portrait or the color grid portrait, any one of those. Now, this doesn't just apply to a picture of me. You can also use this if you're doing a picture you got from the internet, which I'll show you how to do also. So the way that you're going to adjust this is you can do it two ways. You can go to Edit, you can go to Image, or Edit, where is it? There you go. So the way you can adjust this is you go to Adjustment right up here, and you go to Levels. And I'm going to move this a little bit out of the way so I can see the image while I'm doing it. And this basically is going to make it darker or lighter. So the first thing I do is I pull this one in a little bit, not a lot. And then I like to pull the far one this way a little bit, and it's going to make it a little bit lighter. And then this one's the key, the middle one. I'm going to come in here and try and find, I like to make it a little bit lighter, but I still want to have those gray areas. And then I'm just going to keep adjusting this until I get a good picture of like dark, light, and gray areas. That looks pretty good. I've got some dark areas, got some light areas. I don't kind of like how dark my mustache is getting, so maybe I'll lighten that up a little bit. But I'm just going to keep moving this back and forth until I get to where I want it to be. And I've got some good contrast going on. Good contrast means I've got dark levels, I've got light levels, and I've got gray levels. I've got all three of them happening there. So that looks about where I want it right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File. Press OK. Now I'm going to go File, and I'm going to Save. And this one's already is 1.1, but I don't want to go over the one that I already have there, so I'm going to delete the 1.1, and I'm going to put 1.2. And I'm going to save it to my Google Drive, and I'm going to press OK. All right. So if you have a selfie that you've already done, now you're just going to go and go to the video on how to email it to me so I can print it out for you. Otherwise, if you have a picture of a celebrity that you downloaded, I would watch the one on how to download and manipulate a celebrity.